Victoria Kline. I'm at the CRA conference in Ottawa, and I'm lucky enough to have Gordon Whitehead here with me today. And I'm just going to ask you, how did you come to this conference, and how were you involved? And if you could tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Well, I've come, Victoria, representing the Consumer Advisory Board of the Arthritis Research Centre of Canada, which is located in Vancouver. And it's our practice to have a rep or reps come to this annual meeting pretty well every year, and then to report back to my consumer colleagues on the sorts of things that have gone on. So it's a bit of a traditional undertaking for people on the Consumer Advisory Board. And I should just mention that the idea of the Consumer Advisory Board is to bring patients into the research process. So to act as a bridge between the patient community and the research scientific community.
Great.
So that's what we do. And when I go back, I'll have to undertake to provide my colleagues with a report on what I've found has gone on here.
And have you attended several conferences, or?
I've gone to two other CRA meetings, one in Mont-Tremblant and one in Lake Louise. And to my knowledge, this is the first time the CRA has not met at a ski resort.
And so what do you take out of these conferences? What do you find the most value in coming here?
Well, I think they have a range of values. One of them is networking, because you get to meet the who's who of the Canadian arthritis world, not just the rheumatologists, but allied health professionals, there are researchers, there are movers and shakers of all kinds in the Canadian arthritis community. It's a great gathering for people who are actively working at improving the conditions for people who have arthritis.
And so how did you personally get involved with CAPA? So you joined based on?
Well, I've had arthritis for something like approaching 39 years. So arthritis involved me, first of all, on an involuntary basis, but I had the disease. And most of my working life, I didn't have that much time to do volunteer work. But when I retired in 2002, I was liberated to do volunteer work. And I've often said that when you volunteer, when you indicate you're free to volunteer, the first sound you hear resembles that made by your kitchen garburator, because there's a huge appetite for volunteer assistance. And I began with an organization called Patient Partners in Arthritis. And then I went on to join CAPA, the Canadian Arthritis Patient Alliance. And then I joined CAB. I've been with CAB now for 10 years. And as well, for about 3 years, I worked as co-chair of what is now called the Alliance, which is an umbrella organization of arthritis agencies. And I worked closely with Dr. Diane Mosier, who was the other co-chair, and a great mover and shaker in the Canadian arthritis scene. So, like many people who do volunteer work, I've got about 4 hats.
Very involved, yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Gordon, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of your time at the conference.
I shall. Thank you very much.